Been home yet?
Yeah, I've been home the past few nights.
Have you?
Feels good. Feels good to be back.
Yeah. Have you given any of the players tours of New Orleans yet?
I brought a few buddies over to the house.
Who'd you bring?
I brought Quinn, Michael Taft, Cole Hudson, a few other guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you cook for them there?
I didn't cook. My mom made some gumbo.
Nice.
Describe your freshman season so far, Arch. How's everything been going?
It's been good. I think I've learned a lot this season. Learned a lot from Quinn and Malik and Coach Sark and Coach Millway. So it's been a fun year of development, and I'm excited we're in this position.
What is the biggest things you've learned this year?
Well, it's a good question. In high school, I never was a backup, so this year being a second string and a third string, you get to kind of be behind and learn a lot from the other guys and try and stay patient. And I think I've learned a lot from Quinn and Coach Millway and just trying to grow and learn each day.
How much of that is mental, trying to learn how to be a backup?
A lot of it's mental. You got to take a lot of mental reps and just trying to prepare, knowing that there's a good chance you might not play, but there's also a chance you may play. So a lot of it's mental, and it takes some time, but I think it'll be worth it one day.
When you entered the game against Texas Tech, obviously that was your debut. Did it feel normal, like, hey, we're playing football again?
Yeah, it felt good to be back out there. I mean, it'd been about a year since I played in a game, so it felt good to be back out in live action, and I'm glad I got some playing time in that game.
How much did you notice the crowd? Because it got pretty loud.
Yeah, it did get pretty loud. I didn't want my first ever play to be a pre-snap penalty. That's why I was trying to quiet them down.
Did it surprise you, the ovation that you got?
Yeah, it surprised me, especially because I haven't really done anything yet. So, but it was good. We have good fans. Everyone in Austin and our fan base has been super nice. And,
Right.
super welcoming to me.
When you chose Texas, obviously it was for Sark and what you could get out of that. What have you noticed or what have you felt from Sark and AJ as you've started this process at Texas? What have you learned?
I've learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty hard on you when you first get there, and it's good. You learn a lot. I feel like from a year ago when I first got there, I've developed so much, and they push you and they want what's best for you. So that's been fun.
What were some of those hardest pushes? What were some of those hardest lessons?
Just practice is way different. I mean, you're in high school and you're kind of the guy, and the coaches love you, and just in practice it's tough, and I like it that way because they want what's best for you.
They don't love you at Texas?
They do love us. They do love us, but
Yeah.
sometimes
Tough love?
it's tough love. Yeah, yes, sir. But it's good. It's good.
Arch, how do you balance all this thing? I mean, we know the name. I mean, you lose an ID, everyone knows about it, right? But you also are a backup. So, I mean, how do you balance the two here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's different. Like when I first got to college, I wasn't used to taking pictures going to class, but I think I've gotten used to it, and everyone's super nice. No one's trying to be a bad guy or anything. So I'm just a football player and a normal guy, just going to college.
What comes with carrying that Manning name, though? I mean, what is the
That's a good
the good and the
question.
bad?
Yeah, there is good and bad to it. The bad thing is you're kind of recognized a lot of the places you go, and sometimes you just kind of want to be laid back and undercover. But there's a lot of good to it. I get a lot of grade A advice, and there's a lot that comes with it. But obviously there's some drawback to it.
Did you get any advice from anybody going into this, knowing there's 19 people around you right now? Did you talk to your dad or anybody?
Yeah, I talked to my dad and my grandfather. My grandfather always likes to say in interviews, less is best. sorry about that, guy.
You call him Red, or what do you
I call him Red, yeah. Yes, sir.
Do you realize your teammates are going to give you a hard time about this?
I think so, yeah. That'll probably be the case.
So,
What's the difference between preparing as a third string for that compared to a second string going back to this string?
Yeah, I've gotten that question from my dad too. I've tried the whole time to prepare like I'm a starter. That was the advice Peyton and Eli gave me before the season. And I think, obviously, being a second string now, there's obviously a better chance of going in. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I think I've been trying to prepare like I'm the start of the whole season. I'm not going to change now.
There's no buffer zone actually there anymore. Now you know if Quinn goes down and you're in the game, you got to make things happen. So is it a different aspect of it?
I mean, there's a little different feel just because now in practice I'm getting more reps, but I'm just still attacking my preparation the same way. Yes, sir.
How many reps do you get with the first team each day?
Quinn takes all the first team, I take all the second team.
So you have not worked with the first team at all?
No, not much.
You don't get to throw to X?
I get to throw to AD and X after practice.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
How has Quinn been a good guy during this time?
Yeah, Quinn's one of my best friends on the team. We're actually roommates for games, and I've learned a lot from him. He's just a good dude. I like the way he attacks his preparation and just carries himself because he was a big-time recruit, and I like the way he doesn't get into all the media and stuff, just kind of goes about his business and works very hard.
What's the biggest thing
you prepare and everything? Are you constantly bothering Quinn and asking questions?
Yeah, we're roommates, so I always tell him to quiz me, or I ask him a bunch of questions, and he's been dialed this year, and y'all can see that on the field. So it's been fun getting to know him and pick his brain a little bit.
What's the biggest thing you learned from him?
Don Lacey's or anything while you're in town? Or
What's that?
You and the family gonna go out to Don Lacey's or anything?
Yeah, we don't get that much time off, and my parents they're having a big weekend with people coming in, so we haven't been out to eat yet. No, sir.
Are you and Quinn roommates for every game?
Yes, ma'am.
What's that been like, just rooming with him?
It's been fun. He's a good dude, normal guy. Like I said, all of our quarterbacks are close. I was close in the league. We got a good group: Charles Wright, Cole Lord, Joe Tatum. We got dinner every Tuesday, eat barbecue. So it's just been fun getting close to those guys. You spend every day together, so you're bound to get close and build friendships.
What is like for you?
Yeah, I do. They've been great to me. Obviously, I can reach out whenever. They're pretty busy, still staying in the media on Monday Night Football. But they've been good. They don't overstep. Whenever I want advice, I can go to them, and we have a good relationship.
How often do you talk to them?
They kind of want to stay out of the business. They don't want to overstep, like I said. But I can talk to them whenever I want.
You haven't been on their show on Monday night?
I haven't been on there.
Do you watch?
I watch it sometimes, yeah.
Are they funny?
They are funny, yeah. Yeah, they are funny. Yeah, they're good guys.
Arch, what is like for you when you hear rumors about Arch Manning may transfer to another school or maybe he's unhappy? What's usually your reaction when you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always rumors, especially nowadays, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked into transferring at all. I'm just focused on developing and helping this team in any way I can, and hopefully one day playing for the University of Texas like I've always wanted to.
And how has Coach Sark really helped with your development, and how's it been since day one?
It's been good. Sark's one of the realest guys I know. He keeps it 100 with you and expects a lot out of you, and it's good. That's what I want. And he can dial up some offense, so it's been fun learning under him.
You haven't decided to transfer, but if teams come after you, and you or your dad, and you feel the offers that will give you this amount of money to transfer?
Yeah, I don't think it's about money right now. I want to develop from Sark. I think, like I was told that good things happen to good people who work hard and put their head down, and that's what I'm focused on right now.
Were you surprised Malik left?
I mean, I don't know if I was surprised. Malik and I were really close.
Yeah.
We were in that quarterback room together, learning from Quinn, and trying to work hard and put our head down. He's a good guy. I know he'll do well at Duke, and I'm excited for him. He's a really good guy. The team loved him.
Sorry, what do you think Quinn does best on the field?
I think he finds completions. I think from last year to this year, he's been dialed in the playbook and can score at any time of the game and finds completions. And y'all see that on the field.
You mentioned the guys might give you grief about this. Does the attention ever get awkward around them because you are a backup, you are playing, and yet you are getting all this attention?
A little bit. I mean, I don't see y'all giving all this attention to other backups, but it's good. I'm about used to it now. So.
But of course, you're not going to be playing unless something happens, of course. But what does it mean to at least experience this and have a big bowl game in your hometown?
Yeah, this is a huge blessing to be in New Orleans, the Sugar Bowl. I grew up going to this game just about every year. My grandfather's on the Sugar Bowl committee, so this is cool being back in my my hometown, playing for a national championship. That's pretty cool.
When you saw that Texas would be competing in this particular bowl game, what was your reaction?
I was fired up. We were all together when we found out, and yeah, I was fired up.
Archie mentioned needing to have patience because you have to wait your turn. Where did you find the will to have the patience that was required to wait?
That's a good question. There were a lot of tough days. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I was never a backup in high school, so there's some days when you graduate early, you're alone in your dorm room. You're like, it's another day of fighting for the third string job. And but like I said, my family, they're supporting me. Coaches pushing me, and I'm glad I had this year to develop and learn and grow as a person and a player.
Did you ever have regrets over enrolling early?
No, I never had regrets. But just some days it's tough. I mean, there's hard workouts, hard practices. They expect a lot out of you. But I'm glad I went through that to help me grow.
How close do you think you are to being a starting quarterback?
Yeah, I guess one play. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I think Quinn's going to play really well against a good Washington team. I'm fired up to watch, but I'll be ready to play.
Not focusing on the game, but what do you think about getting the chance to play in the SEC next year?
Yeah, I grew up watching the SEC, going to Ole Miss and LSU football games, so I'm excited to get to play in it.
How much of your college decision was not about football?
A lot. That's a good question, because a lot of it's kind of based on football, but I think Austin, for me, was a good spot just because I can kind of blend in a little bit more in a big city rather than Oxford or Athens or Tuscaloosa, where football is so centered. And just Texas, that's a place I would want to go to college if I wasn't playing football. I don't know if I could get in, but that's a place I would want to be.
How long, you said you'd always wanted to go, how long did you want to go?
I've always wanted to go to places like Texas and Georgia and Alabama. So when I started getting recruited, those are kind of the three places I wanted to be. Yes, sir.
You say you wanted to develop under Sark. Why him? You probably could have developed under anybody.
Yeah, I think Sark's track record with quarterbacks, what he did at Alabama, I saw trust in him, and I thought it was the right fit for me.
Why did you have that trust in him?
Like I said, I think Sark keeps it real with you. I thought I fit into the offense. I liked how Sark ran his team, and I thought Texas was on an upward slope.
Hey, Arch, what is it? I apologize for asking you. What does it mean when you look up and see your granddad?
Yeah, my granddad's, he's my biggest role model. So it's cool being back where he played, where he ran around and got killed. But it's cool being back, and he still lives here, and I talk to him almost every day. So it's really special.
Arch, I'm just curious, when you got to Texas, what were your expectations for what your role would be this year? I mean, did you feel like you could come in and win the starting job, or like how did you kind of approach it?
Yeah, I mean, I knew we had a returning quarterback, and I just wanted to get better every day and try as hard as I can and see where that took me.
How are you different from Quinn as a quarterback?
I mean, I think all quarterbacks are different. I think Quinn's got a good arm, kind of this natural throwing, can make every throw. I think I can, I'm trying to learn from him as best as possible. I can run around and try and make plays when stuff's not there. And we have a lot of similarities.
So Eli was redshirted his freshman year and just didn't play a whole lot the next year. Have you had any advice for being patient?
Yeah. Like I said, you need a lot of patience, especially nowadays when there's a bunch of old quarterbacks around college. So yeah, he's stressed that to me.
Arch, there's websites that always like to guess your NIL earnings and things like that. I'm just curious, how accurate are any of those, guesstimations that are out there, and does it get to you when you hear that as well?
Yeah, I don't think it gets to me. I'm not involved with my NIL. You would have to ask my dad about that. I have no idea. So yeah, I don't think I'm making however much more than Brock Purdy. Someone sent me that the other day.
You said you would have probably picked Texas even if you weren't playing football. What were your impressions of the program growing up? Because Quinn said the other day he didn't even remember the 2009 championship game. So, did you think they were a title contender, or
Like when I was
like
getting
growing
recruited?
up? Yeah, no, just like growing up, like what were just overall questions?
Obviously Texas is a huge brand. Everyone, I had Texas t-shirts growing up, like I had Jordan t-shirts, like I had Ole Miss t-shirts. So Cole McCoy, he was a big idol of mine. I got to know him during recruiting. Still keep up with him to this day. So yeah, I've always kind of had Texas in the back of my mind. I didn't know I was going to come here though.